The architecture of free will, duality, consciousness, and the great balance. The prism of choice. At the core of human existence lies a fundamental mechanism that defines our entire spiritual evolution: free will. We are not scripted actors moving through a predetermined play. Rather, we are conscious focal points equipped with the capacity for sovereign choice. Within every individual rests an intricate duality, the interplay of light and shadow. This balance is not a flaw in our design, but the very engine of our soul's progression. Through countless lifetimes, we make mistakes, learn, adapt, and evolve. Each succession grants us the opportunity to choose a higher path, shaped entirely by our actions, our reactions, and the intentions we cultivate within. The metaphor of the collective atmosphere. To understand the macrocosm of human society, one need only look to the mechanics of nature. Imagine a vast planetary ecosystem. The atmosphere is governed by countless variables: air molecules colliding, shifting temperature gradients, and localized pressure systems that generate everything from serene, tranquil days to violent, destructive storms. Human consciousness operates on this exact same principle. The microcosm of the individual. Every personal decision, every reaction to an external stimulus, and every moment of compassion or judgment is an individual drop of energy. The macrocosm of the collective. When compounded across billions of lives, these individual choices merge into a singular atmospheric current. If a population is perpetually driven by fear, distraction, and external validation, scrolling endlessly, keeping up appearances, and reacting with hostility, the collective weather system mirrors that turmoil, brewing storms of division and suffering. Conversely, a conscious shift toward inner peace and authenticity clears the skies, transforming the collective climate. If every thought, reaction, and choice contributes to the emotional climate around us, what kind of weather are we personally creating each day? The fragmentation of the divine. Why must we experience existence in this fragmented state? The foundation of the absolute is too immense, too infinite to be comprehended or experienced as a single, uniform entity within this dimension. To truly know itself, the infinite must divide itself. It fragments into countless individual consciousnesses, allowing the whole to experience every possible nuance of emotion, triumph, failure, and growth. We are individual threads of a single tapestry, experiencing distinct lives so that when our journeys converge, the whole is enriched by the depth of our accumulated wisdom. Time itself is a dimensional canvas provided for this very purpose, allowing us to experience the full weight and depth of sequential growth. Heaven, hell, and the mirror of self. The world we stand upon right now is neither purely a paradise nor purely a prison. It is a sounding board that holds the potential for both. Heaven and hell exist simultaneously as states of consciousness, waiting for our active participation. When individuals constantly look outside of themselves for validation, judge others for differing paths, or project false personas out of fear and shame, they fracture the collective harmony. They build internal walls to hide their vulnerabilities, terrified of true transparency. The illusion of secrets in a fully realized, interconnected state of collective consciousness, deception, cannot exist. The fear of being truly seen drives people to hide behind artificial masks rather than doing the deep, internal work required for healing. The power of authentic living. True evolution requires releasing the falsehoods we carry. When we align our internal reality with our outward expression, stopping the performance and stepping into genuine self-awareness, we begin to heal the collective fracture. The masks we wear: fear, ego, and illusion. Most people know the exhaustion of maintaining a version of themselves that isn't entirely real. The energy required to sustain the mask often becomes the very barrier that prevents healing. Free will does not mean every choice is easy. Many of our deepest battles arise from patterns that have been reinforced for years. Growth often begins not when we make perfect decisions, But when we become aware enough to recognize the patterns guiding them, what parts of ourselves are we protecting, and what would happen if we stopped performing and started revealing who we truly are? Conclusion: choosing freedom. Others may choose paths of fear, distraction, or negativity, and their choices may often attempt to drag the surrounding world down with them. However, sovereign free will remains absolute. You cannot control the collective storm, but you hold complete dominion over your own internal weather. The choice is always before us. Will we contribute to the noise, the fear, and the illusion, or will we anchor ourselves in light, authenticity, and peace? Reflection. Have you ever paused to notice the subtle triggers that make you reflect deeply on how our consciousness truly works? Have you ever witnessed firsthand how a single negative presence within a room can suddenly pull an entire group of positive people down into a turbulent emotional loop? Pay close attention to these dynamics, for they surround us everywhere we turn. Ultimately, it is our individual actions and our conscious reactions that shape the very world we live in. Let us choose to be free. If this message resonates with your spirit, pick up a copy of the Ark of Truth today to dive deeper and explore the journey further. Sabaoth, Jezulaya. The 13th, Prime Aeon.